Netflix for people who don't wash and don't like to smile. No, look, if you're a Jehovah's Witness, you're just a ridiculous person whose bloodline is damned. Your offspring will not survive the winter, and you should be ashamed of yourself. And similarly, with it's not a religion. It's not a religion. The thing to understand about Jehovah's Witnesses, like Mormonism and like Christian Science, is they're called new religious movements. They emerged in the late 1800s in America. They're specifically American phenomena, and they're not really branches of Christianity. They are what we call new religious movements. They're cults that emerged in the late 1800s in America as a result of various social pressures. And so any of these movements, so Christian Science was supported for many years by one rich Hollywood actress who was just bonkers. Same with Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormonism. They're not real religions. And so you don't need to treat them with any respect or seriousness because they're not worthy of respect or seriousness. They're absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous nonsense. And you should be ashamed of yourself. And your kids are probably going to end up dead.
We support your job.
And even if they live, they'll hate you. They'll be dead or they'll live and they'll hate you.
Is Glenn Beck a Jehovah's? I feel like he might be a Jehovah's Witness. This might be the crazy.
I don't know.
I think so.
And they should hate you because you're ridiculous.
Speaking of that, Milo, I know that you've had some family issues too over your
Sorry. I feel very strongly about these things because these people kill their kids. They kill their fucking kids. They kill their kids in no worse or no better, no different a fashion than the tranny people kill their kids. They kill their kids through lunatic ideology that prevents their child from getting the health care or the treatment or the comfort or the prayer that they need. No fucking different. These people who will not let their kids have blood transfusions or not let their kids get certain medical treatments are no different to people.
Or not let their kids hug Michael Jackson for their entire lives.
Who have their kids' cocks cut off out of some other crazy boneheaded idea.
Oh my God. Imagine if Michael Jackson had lived long enough to see kids getting their cocks cut off. It's a real shame he fucking died when he did. He would have loved that shit.
That some kid who's having gay ideas is really supposed to be a woman, which, by the way, there's no transsexuals. There's just single moms with gay kids who want to get off the hook, right? And so it's like, oh, well, if my kid's actually supposed to be a woman, then I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't turn my kid gay. He's got a disease that put his brain in the bottom. No, you just got a gay son. Deal with it. You fucked up. You're a terrible parent. This is exactly the same. The transgender ideology and these ludicrous new religious movements that murder their children and dare to do so worse than the trans ideology, dare to do so in the name of Christ. Fuck the lot of them.
Milo, you've had a lot of family issues lately with your mother. I lost my mother.
Yes.
I know it's...
Oh, really?
Did ya?
No, I didn't notice when I watched her die on your video.
Very challenging thing. Can you give us any updates on your...
Well, she's where she belongs. My dad too. My dad. So I was eating in a restaurant with my dad once, and this is not a very good knife, but Spirit.
Yeah, no, don't do that. It's a great airline. They're bankrupt. We're trying to support them.
It's not a great airline. I don't know what this is.
It's ivermectin, horse-based.
Oh, I self-administered ivermectin.
I would do some right now. I think there's some.
No, I'm not doing it. But no, I was eating in a restaurant with my dad, and this is the first time I.
By the way, he says he self-administered ivermectin. I believe what he's referring to there. I think he tried to. You know how we were trying to get a gay guy to deworm himself to see if it turned him straight? Yeah. I think that's what he was trying to do. I think he actually tried that.
Can you tell him our theory?
He knows I'm saying he did it.
He believes that homosexuality is caused by the human version of toxoplasmosis.
I think he at the very least thought it might be possible and gave it a shot to try to de-gay himself. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, he claims to not be gay anymore. Maybe he thinks it worked too. I don't know. I got to ask him about it, I guess.
I realized he was a bad dude. I was eating in a restaurant with my dad like this, and there was
he tweeted today. He tweeted today, and he made a list of like the top 10 ways to try to de-gay or whatever, and then he put asterisks next to the ones that he had tried, and one of them was ivermectin or dewormer or whatever.
Power went out, and this is the knife, okay? And he just, without missing a beat, just went, I fucked it up.
What did he do?
Without missing a beat, he just went. I was like, who is this man?
Like he's gonna stab you?
No, like he was ready to like slash and because he thought the power had gone out because an assailant had come to assassinate.
Oh, he thought you guys were getting assassinated.
Yeah, because my dad was an organized crime scene. So we're just eating and the power goes out and my dad just goes.
Well, that's pretty dark.
Word. Isn't it dark? Isn't that crazy? I know, I was telling you that. Oh yeah, so he's there and she's there. No, I'm better off without them really.
I know it hurts, Milo.
I did my mourning for my childhood and for my parents.
I mean, technically speaking, isn't Alex Stein better off without his mom? That was his first viral hit, was the death of his mother. That was the first real taste of fame he got in his internet age. So, probably not better off with his dad dead. His dad was still paying for him to live up until he got this Blaze gig.
A long time ago. And so when they left, it was a relief, honestly.
Wow.
It was a relief because my childhood was so bloody awful. I was just, there's me sort of like with my stepdad who is like beating the shit out of me and I'm screaming to my mother, like begging her to make it stop. And she's just like, looking
Your stepdad beats you up?
Yeah, like, she's looking at me like she's looking at me like I had it coming, and I'm just thinking.
Did your stepdad really beat you up?
Yeah, of course. I went to school with black guys all the time. So.
Well, you also went to marriage with black guys.
Horrible.
Yeah, of course it's horrible. But so what with my dad being a killer and my stepdad beating me up, no wonder I ended up a faggot. It's just like, well, if that's what being a man is, I think I'll be something else. I'm trying.
That's pretty deep, though.
Yeah. So I'm trying now to kind of like reclaim. No, let me rephrase it. I'm trying now to forge some kind of relationship with my manhood that is not based on violence, because the only real understanding that I have of masculinity, of manhood, of being a man, is based on violence. Like,
yeah, but you're on a violent campaign right now of retribution. So you're doing all the bad things that you're just preaching against.
Only figurative. The only thing really suffering is my keyboard.
But just like your stepdad beat you up, you're the stepdad beating up Nick. It's no different. You're the stepdad beating up Laura Loomer.
And my stepdad did think I had it coming. You might be right. Cycle of abuse, you see. Cycle of abuse.
It really is.
Cycle of abuse. Well, but Nick better pray I die soon, but I don't count on it.
Can we mend the fences with Nick a little bit?
Absolutely fucking not.
He's got me canceled for himself.
Absolutely fucking not. Are you crazy?
Over Nick, but
mend the fences with Nick Fuentes. What's the matter with you? Mend the fences with Nick Fuentes.
We've lost about 6 microphones this year. So.
Make it 8. Mend the fences with Nick Fuentes.
Well,
so Alex is now getting the Mersh treatment on his own show. Remember when Mersh got the shit thrown on his crotch on Alex's show? This is how devolved things have gotten for Alex, is now he's having to suffer these consequences.
You should mend the fences with all your enemies, even if you don't like them. Because
no, I'm going to grind them into the dirt until they scream for agony at my feet.
Milo.
Sorry, that sounded a bit gay, didn't it?
Milo.
No. The people who have betrayed. Listen, let me
say this.
No, let me tell you something.
Your heart is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die.
Do I seem hateful? I'm the happiest guy you know. I'm the happiest guy you know. I am brimming. I'm brimming with the joy of the incarnation. I am. I can't stop smiling.
Milo,
I smile all day, every day. And the reason that I smile, is that justice is supposed to feel good, and it fucking does. Because look, I was watching for those 8 years when I was banned from everything, when everybody went dark on me, and nobody would return my calls. There's somebody out there whose name that you all know, who I lent 6 figures of money to, every dollar that I could lay my hands on in a hurry, so that he could realize a lifelong dream of his. Somebody whose career I made, and somebody who I thought was a close friend. And it was a week before I got cancelled. And that person has never returned my call since and not paid me $1 back. My friends just decided that I died. When I got cancelled in 2017, everybody in the industry and the people who had been close friends of mine, who had been to my birthdays, to my home for Christmas, they just decided I was dead. And there will be a reckoning for that, for all of them. So I don't really have friends. I have people I haven't got around to yet. And it's not
a friendly person.
And it's not.
You want to have friends.
I do want to have friends, but I'm going to have friends, and I do have friends outside of media and politics, because the people in media and politics have a reckoning coming. And as anybody who's been watching over the last couple of months has been able to observe, Heads have begun to roll.
They have.
And they will continue to roll because you don't understand this. This hasn't happened to you. My friends just decided I died.
And actually, to be honest, my high school
people that I loved, people who had met my family, people I had lent huge amounts of money to, people I'd been on holiday with, people I'd shared my birthday with, people I had told about my childhood. They just decided I was dead.
We did break the mic. If you want.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry. But this is the thing.
Did I make my notes?
Fine. I broke mine.
They just decided I was dead.
Mm-hmm. I had a friend whose
and
wife
yet that cannot just stand.
Well, let me just tell you my stories real quick.
Vengeance is Milo's, as it says in the good book.
Well, Milo, but I had a best friend, and then his wife didn't like me. He had me as a groomsman at his wedding, and then uninvited me as a groomsman. So I decided not to go to the wedding. Had a big knockout, drag-out argument, and now I'm still not friends with the guy. And it bugs me every day that I'm not friends with him because of that.
He's mostly mad, though, because he couldn't be a groomsman. There's always been a dream of Alex's to groom.
It's not being friends. Okay, let me tell you something. In the ancient world, in ancient Greece, ancient Rome, okay, and Socrates was given this option. I heard this on another show.
They were all gay in ancient Rome.
Be quiet. I heard this on another show, irrelevant nonsense. I heard this on another show. I can't remember where I'm stealing this from, but I looked it up and it's true. People were given the option of suicide or exile because they were considered the same thing. To be removed from polite society, to be removed as a citizen was considered equivalent to death. Okay, when a particularly noxious or terrible or cruel Roman emperor died, something that we now call damnatio in memoria was done to them, which means their names would be chipped off buildings, their busts would be smashed, and they would be completely erased from history. But the difference between those niggas and me is I had to live to see it. I was around to watch. They were fucking dead. But I had to watch it happen. And didn't just watch it happen. I watched my friends do it. I watched my friends go along with it. I watched my friends with the fucking chisels. All right? People that I loved were with the chisels, dutifully carving my names off buildings and pretending I never existed. Okay? So no, I'm not going to give it up. I have many, look, I live in a loving household. I have a nice life with friends outside of this world. But in media and politics, a whirlwind is fucking coming. A whirlwind is coming. And you know who you are. Because I might have been banned for 8 years, but I was watching. And if you think I'm friends with you now and we're texting and everything's cool and all the rest of it, it's only because I haven't told you that I know what you said and I remember it distinctly and vividly. And there's nothing you can do to stop what's coming to you. Because these people deserve it, dude. I mean, I know we've had a conversation tonight that was a bit rough because out of my disappointment for you because I love you. But you've never done anything wrong to me. Yeah. But there are people who did. Mm-hmm. And they deserve what's coming to them and they're going to get it. And it is not from a place of hatred. That is from a place of a deep-seated and abiding commitment to truth, beauty, goodness, and justice.
This is the one thing I want to say, Milo. You're incredibly talented, incredibly well-spoken, very likable.
Yeah, that's definitely how a microphone works, Alex. Good job.
Yeah, what the hell?
You're a professional. Just throw it around while you talk. Anyway, the thing I was trying to tell you, Milo, is that I'm about to make a point. Now, the thing with Alex Stein, you can't tell that. But Milo was saying, got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Now, what's going on with Alex here at the end is Alex, he's sitting through all that. He's hearing all this. Milo is being very genuine, very serious. This is heartfelt. And all Alex can think about, because he's also, not only does he have the teleprompter, he's got a little piece in his ear that they talk to him on. And they're saying, bail, dump this. We're going to get sued by Laura Loomer. Laura Loomer, whether he says so, whether Milo says she's Jewish or not, is one of the most litigious people of all time. We're all dead. Fix this. So the look you see on his face, all this stuff about, make up with everybody, that's where it's coming from. He is terrified, and they are in his ear going, stop it.
Well, you've shot to fame. You say that you did work very hard, but you did have a meteoric rise to fame.
I earned it.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is, I know that you want to be liked. And you act like you don't want to be liked.
I'm liked.
And you are.
People adore me. The only people who have anything to fear from me are people who work in media and politics, because they're all cunts. But everybody at home adores me.
I know.
I made a fortune on these already.
And Milo, you're going to continue to make a fortune. And I do look at you as a guy that I do want to emulate. Your college stuff, that's what I'm
And I think he has been emulating him in some ways. More the old Milo.
going to try to do is just start speaking at more
Well,
colleges.
when?
Well, then-
You've had years.
Well, I got a tour coming up this.
You've had years.
Well, I've been going. My producer won't come and film me. The first time he filmed me, we actually went really viral.
Well, if they're not
Is that right, Jimmy? The first time you
if they're
came
not
and filmed?
supporting you,
Yeah.
then you need a different team. But
I do need a different team.
You're
I can't
responsible.
fire you.
You know, I know we joke on whatever, but if you're responsible if you're not responsible for the choice of producer, then you need to tear up that contract tomorrow. If you are responsible for the choice of producer, then all of this is on you.
Well, I'm fucked. All right. This has been a great episode, Milo. Where can people find you?
Well, I think it's been a real episode.
It has been real.
And I'm sorry for not giving you advance warning about being a bit cross with you. I am.
I think
because
it's better.
Because I do adore you, and I have great fondness for you and great respect and appreciation for you. But you are one of the people that you've not wronged me, my love, but you have disappointed me.
That's about to change. Minutes after this interview is over, that's about to change.
And I want to see you soar.
Well, I can still fix that, right?
Yes, you can. You can. I can't. I can't. Well, I mean, 2 years. That's living in sin for 2 years is a lot. Even
it's okay.
Even in a city. Well, the women will say anything. Even in a city of Jehovah's Witnesses, 2 years living in sin is a lot. But look, I want to see you. I'm going to end on a positive note. I sincerely do want to see you soar because I'll give him something. Even though
I deserve it. Even though
there are now broken pieces of Notre Dame. I'm never going to be able to finish the second spire.
It's done.
The second spire. I was really hoping there'd be a table I could just sort of build it on, but it didn't work. So look, just listen. You have everything you need to realize the promise of all the people that you look up to from 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. So go do it. And more than that, we're all here to help you, and we're behind you, and we are supporting you. But you can't do it if you are trapped in something that's not working for you, and you can't do it if the fire is not there for yourself. And you have the ability. I don't know whether you want it. I don't know whether you want it, right? Yeah. I think you want it.
I want it. I mean, I want everything. What are you talking about? I mean,
but if
it's funny you say I don't work hard. I travel like every weekend. I grind so hard. I'm traveling to Vegas right.
Okay, but thrashing around and not moving is not the same thing as progress, Yeah. And you can be treading water furiously and exhausting yourself and not really getting anywhere professionally because you haven't returned the calls of the people who've done it who love you.
Well, I don't know what call it in return for, but
we haven't returned my calls for years.
You haven't called me.
Well, every time we start a conversation like this, it just sort of dies on the vine, and that's that. Anyway,
well,
so
we're going to ask Tony. Tony's a friend of mine. Tony knows that I don't talk. I don't text. I don't do that. I'm not.
We're finishing. Well, okay, excuses, but we're finishing on a positive note, which is to say that I, despite everything, think that you have one of the brightest futures in conservative media, and I very much look forward to seeing you flourish.
Okay, but what if you found out that his grandma was a school shooter? I think that might change some things.
God bless America, guys. And that's been our show tonight. We're out of time. We would do a freestyle finale, but Milo is just, we're going to end on a high note. I want you guys all to hit that like button.
What is a freestyle finale?
Well, I guess we'll do it. Hey.
No. Alex, you were making the correct decision. I was shocked by that. I was like, oh my God, he actually figured out that would be the worst possible thing he could do right now. He's going to get dunked on if he does it. Anyway, here we go.
DJ, hit that beat. We're doing the finale, guys. Milo sitting in the chair. Milo still a homo. And he's about to go, Milo. And he likes a black dick. And he never fucked a chick, but he sits on the chair over there. He's walking up the stage full of rage. Milo's got to let go. And he's snorting.
Wait, they have this handheld. I've literally been assuming this entire time they've been shooting on an iPhone. This handheld camera looks so bad. The color, like they are not color correcting it in any way. It's not matching up with any of the rest of the footage. That's a real fucking camera. I'm so happy that Milo walked off. Number one, to save it all up, to try to get all your licks back in during your gay little freestyle rap. Like, you're not winning it by ending it with, oh, he's still gay. Like, number one, we have eyes. Number two, he just gets up and walks. Like, you lose. You're cringe. He's not leaving because you're calling him gay and saying he's never been with a girl. He's leaving because he does not want to be seen next to this. And that's maybe the smartest career move you could possibly make in this situation.
Oh, I'm a pimp. I'm a blimp. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. YouTube, please don't suspend us for anything that was said on this podcast. It was all done in satire, and this is for entertainment purposes only. And Laura Loomer, Nick Fuentes, anything we said was all alleged, and please don't sue us. God bless.
Scared. Actually scared. Actually running away scared. And they had to, of course, censor 5 minutes of that because Laura Loomer went to Twitter and said she is going to sue not Milo, but Alex Stein and the Blaze. That happened. All right, there you go. So now we're set up. We're good to go. Tomorrow we will have Milo on to talk about this, to talk about Ethan Ralph, Dick Masterson, a lot of stuff. Got a lot of stuff to ask Milo, to be honest. And all of the crazy shit that Milo found out about Alex after that program. His Twitter timeline was so horrifically vicious to Alex at the end of, like, the results of that, the fallout of that thing. Not just because of me either. Independently, Milo was looking up horrific things about Alex. People not related to Podawful were sending him stuff. In fact, I think somebody else, I think I told him about the grandma school shooter first. I'm pretty sure I got to him on that one before anybody else. But even like other shit that Podawful has uncovered and been talking about, people were sending him links. As a matter of fact, one of the things they sent and Milo tweeted out was, yikes, this right here, school shooting. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to HP School Shooting with your favorite host, Betty Minyard Stein. There she is.
Run from their crimes.
Betty Stein has lived across the street from Highland Park High School for 33 years, and she claims she's been harassed almost daily.
And I sit out there at night, and they'll go by and say vile things to me. I want your body. And say ugly, foul, vile.
Sorry, the audio is switching from ear to ear. That's built in. I can't do anything about that.
65-year-old elderly lady. And I had to stand out there and take it night and day.
She said.
So, I'm not going to play this whole thing. We've played a few clips of this before. And the guy who sent it to Milo sent it to me and was like, Jesse, you're going to want to see this. And I was like, oh, no, I've seen this before. I've used this footage in edits before. And he was like, oh, okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure. And then I take another look at it. This actually has clips that we've never seen before in it. This guy managed to find extra stuff. I mean, it's, nothing huge or anything, but maybe we'll watch it with Milo tomorrow and really fucking dig in to the Betty Minyard Stein thing. Make that blow up the most we've ever made it blow up in the past. And again, plus, Ethan Ralph has exposed his horrific body. You thought Dave was bad? Fucking Ethan Ralph's body looks like Dave's face at this point. It's not good. We'll be talking about it with Milo tomorrow, assuming that everything goes according to plan. If not, I will be putting a gun inside my ass until I like it. The new hit phrase from Podawful. Everybody's saying it.
I'm a killer gorilla.
Everybody loves riding a shotgun with my ass. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you for those of you who joined me in here. And until next time, have an awful day. Goodbye.